always, where we are always blessed, always our best, and we are never stressed. And today, as you can tell from the title, we will be talking about my acne journey, or my struggle with acne basically over the years. And today I sit before you with no makeup. I don't have a wipe or nothing, but I mean, you could clearly see that I don't have it on. It's nothing there. Disclaimer, this video is my journey. I'm not saying that everything that I did will work for everyone. I'm not claiming to be a pro at skincare. I'm not claiming to be a licensed esthetician. I am none of that. I'm just telling you the things that work for me. It may not work for you, but it has worked for me. So if you see me out with a pimple or with a dark spot, don't think, oh, she just did. No, honey. Just know that I'm human. I still get them. But just know if you see one, then I'm working on trying to get rid of it. Just know that. So even if this video just helps one person, then I feel like I pretty much did my job. But this video will just tell you my story and the things that I had to do and the changes that I had to make to my life to make sure that I had clearer skin. So if you're struggling with acne in any sort of way, whether it's dark spots, hyperpigmentation, whether it's actually pimples, whether it's any type of acne, if you're dealing with anything, just make sure you finish watching the video. Oh, and next video, part 2, is going to be all the products that I use. So if you want to know what I use, you have to stay tuned for part 2. It is a part 2. If you do not stay tuned for part 2, you will not know what I used. This video is for anybody that's struggling with acne, especially if you look like me, because I feel like our skin is just, you know, we all don't have the same skin, but I feel like some of the same things will work for our skin. And that's not to say that anybody who doesn't look like me can't watch this video, because it may help you as well. Acne is, it's a struggle. I think I'm going to say struggle a lot throughout this video, because that's what it truly is. It just makes you feel a little insecure. Even when I did have acne, I still was always pretty confident with myself. So and in school I was always likable. I was always, you know, nice to everybody. Everybody was always nice to me. So, you know, nobody ever picked on me or said anything to me about it, at least not to my face. No one ever knew what I was struggling with on the inside, even though they can probably pretty much see it on the outside. Acne can make you feel very low and depressed, and I think I went through a mild form of it probably in my high school days. I went through a stage where I was wearing black every day. Nobody probably ever noticed. My whole closet was black. Every day I would wish that it would rain outside. That's weird, I know. But I really did wish that it would rain, because I truly felt like if it rained outside, people would look at me less. Like, that's what I always thought that. But I never thought I was ugly or anything. I just didn't want people to look at my skin. You just think that everybody is looking at you, and honestly, they're really not. So first, when I first started my, I guess, hormonal, most of us were in middle school. I was in middle school, and that's when it pretty much started. And it just started, of course, here where it normally begins for most people, is on the forehead. So my mom would always say, oh, just go get a cotton pad and put, you know, dilute it with water and put it, you know, just make sure you put it on your forehead every night and it'll dry it up. So I did do that, and then eventually, I mean, nothing changed. It just got worse over time. Then going on into high school, and it pretty much stayed the same, but it was just more bumps that came. It wasn't any dark marks or anything yet, just pimples. So then I started using Proactive. I'll never forget, I was in my old neighborhood, and this boy looked at me like he never knew that I had acne, because he never really seen me up close like that. And he looked at me and he said, damn girl, you need some Proactive. And he said it in front of everybody, and it was so embarrassing. I used the Proactive, and it actually did work for me. It cleared everything up. Once you stop using it, of course it's going to come back. So I tried to ask for them to buy me more, and nobody bought me more. So boom, now I'm back looking like how I looked before. I pretty much use every product in the store. I use Neutrogena, I use Clean and Clear, Noxzema, anything that they would sell in like Walmart or Targets. I pretty much used it all. I use everything. So then moving on throughout high school, I began to wear makeup, and you know, just trying to cover it up. Eventually the makeup just made it worse. The pimples got worse from all the oil buildup, and then I would begin to pop them, and then they would leave marks, and then eventually I just had a whole lot of marks and a whole lot of pimples. So the more marks I got, the more makeup I tried to use to cover it up, and it just was not, it was not the tea. So now I'm out of school and it just gets worse. I went to a dermatologist. Now, the thing I will say about dermatologists is if you are a black girl, try to find a black dermatologist. That was the first mistake that I made. I did go to a dermatologist and she did not look like me. When I say I sat in the chair for 3 seconds, she sat down. She said, "You'd be a good candidate for Accutane." In my head, I'm like, Accutane? I hear that on the commercials all the time about people suing them and all that. So I was like, yeah, what can we do other than Accutane? So she wrote me a prescription to take a pill every day and to rub a cream on my face every day. And I started taking it. It worked. I started putting the cream on. It worked. Eventually, I had nothing on my face at all. It was completely clear. But it made me, like that cream that she gave me, it made me so bright. My face was like a white piece of paper and the rest of my body was like a black piece of paper. Like, that's how off the color was. If I could go back, I would have picked a dermatologist who would have examined me, who knows black skin. This prescription started making me feel away. One thing I would say is do not take prescriptions. If you can try to get your acne cleared without taking prescriptions, please take that step. Don't do prescriptions. It's not good for your body. It's not good. It's just not. Let me tell you about Accutane. I had to get my blood drawn. I was gonna have to take a pregnancy test every 4 weeks to make sure I wasn't pregnant while I was on it, and it was just something that I wouldn't recommend anybody do. I actually never did it, and I'm so happy that I didn't. And I heard people say they was getting stomach pains and all kind of weird things happening to their body after they started taking Accutane. So I never ever took it. Don't take prescriptions, because once you stop taking them, everything is just going to come back. You got to try to find a way to do it naturally, or just, you know, something that's not a prescription, something that's not as harsh as that. So after that, I went back to all the, you know, regular store products. I watch Dr. Pimple Popper a lot. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but she ended up having her own skincare line. I ended up using that. Yo, I literally probably spent thousands of dollars on everything that I tried and everything that I used. It wasn't until I got on YouTube when I realized that, first of all, YouTube ain't nothing but a big search engine. YouTube and Google is pretty much the biggest search engines that you're gonna get. And I literally was typing in skincare for black girls, or skincare for skin routines and skin products for black girls. It was so many people whose skin looked just like mine, and their skin looked so good now. And I don't know about y'all, but when it comes to acne videos and stuff like that, I only listen to people that had it, and that had it bad like I did. It's cool. I ain't trying to downplay the girls that already have clear skin, but I don't know what's working for you. You already got clear skin. So I try to look at the girls that had horrible before pictures. Now their skin looks good, and it's still not perfect, but it's way better than it used to be. I'm like, that's all I wanted. I stayed consistent, y'all, and literally over the next, I don't know, month or two, it was clearing up, and I was taken back. I was like, whoa, you telling me this all I had to do from the beginning? Like, my whole life I've been struggling with this, and then boom, I get on YouTube and it's all fixed. First thing I did, I cut out all soda. I cut out juices, sugary drinks. The only thing that I was drinking was water. I drink hella water. I don't drink any soda. And if I happen to get a sip of a juice, I'm like, this juice is so sweet. Like, I don't drink no juice. I only drink water. Water. Water, 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 water. Water is the key, y'all. Another thing is triggers. You need to figure out what's triggering it. Just try to see what it is that makes your skin break out. One thing I noticed that made my skin break out was around my cycle time, but it was nothing I could do about that. Second one was the food that I was eating. Y'all, when I used to eat Popeyes a lot, I used to eat, you know, fast food, all of that. So I had to change my diet a little bit. It wasn't a drastic change. I already don't eat beef and pork. Y'all know that. I wasn't eating fast food. I wasn't eating anything greasy. You know, I eat a lot of salads or sandwiches or just stuff that's not greasy. But if you're struggling, just, I don't know, try it for a couple weeks and you'll probably see a change. Another thing is I don't know if this was a part of it or not, but I was changing pillowcases like I changed drawers, and I still do it to this day. I just changed my pillowcases yesterday. I don't know if that was a factor or if that helped me, but you lay down, your face has dirt on it or oil, whatever it is, just change your pillowcases. I don't know if that will help, but I feel like it was a part of helping me. Another thing is stress. You in those bad relationships or whatever it is, it can take a toll on your skin. It can make your skin feel or look not a certain way. You don't glow as much. Not even a relationship, just being in a bad situation. Just let go of all hurt, let go of everything, honey, because it ain't worth it. But you don't want to look like whatever you're going through, so just make sure that you're stress free. I'm just in my own world, y'all. I'm not stressing. Like I said, we are never stressed, so I'm gonna live by that. I'm not hating on nobody. I am so happy. I'm just trying to make myself better and writing goals down and trying to find ways to accomplish them. I don't care what nobody else is doing. I don't care to be with everybody else at. I'd rather just be home eating on some peaches, watching HGTV. I hope this was helpful for somebody. I never thought in the million years I would ever show those pictures to anybody. Even if you don't struggle with acne, if you know somebody else that does, show them the video. I think clear skin is a flex, honey. I think if you could walk around with just lip gloss, a chapstick, and a ponytail, and nothing else on, just moisturizer, I think that's a flex. Over the years, I think skincare and just taking care of my skin has really become a passion of mine. I've always struggled with what my passion would be. And I honestly think that this is my passion. I just want to help people who struggle, because it's one of the worst feelings in the world. So eventually, I think I want to go ahead and develop my own skincare line, and I think people will gravitate towards it because I have a story and you can see how I overcame it. I mean, it's a real testimony, honey. Thank y'all so much for watching Meece Always. If you like the video, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you stay tuned for part 2, because we will be having a part 2 where I will be showing you the products that I use to help clear my skin. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.